Hey, I'm Ryan Blackburn, owner of Orlando Golf Performance, and we're excited to be here as part of Wellness Week on Morning Drive, here today with Brian Gay. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what Brian does in the fitness trailer when he's out on tour to warm up before a round. So this is going to keep him playing well, get loose before a round, and hopefully, shoot under par there. All right, so we'll start on the ground here. We're going to lay on your side. And all we're going to do is bring this top leg up, grab it with the bottom hand, and then bring the back leg back and grab it with the top hand. And then we're going to open the shoulders and rotate. So we get a nice big full anterior chain stretch. So we're basically stretching everything from the front of this shin, this quad here, up to the front of this hip, all the way up through the torso and this side of the chest. So I'd hold this for about 30-45 seconds, nice relaxed breathing, nice and deep. And then what we do is let this bottom leg go and just open up that arm and really reach with that hand just to get a little bit more emphasis on the chest and shoulder. So do this on both sides. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and sit up, and we're going to get into an all 90s position with the hips. So hips at 90 degrees, and then each leg or each knee at 90 degrees. And then what we're going to do is turn into that front leg, get a nice good turn, nice and tall, and then keep that turn and then shift towards that knee. So with the last one, we got a full anterior chain stretch. Now we're getting a full posterior chain stretch. So we're basically getting everything from the outside of this leg, outside that leg, up through this bottom glute and around to the rear shoulder here. And again, we would do this for about 30-45 seconds. And then we're going to keep the legs the same, but we're going to turn and face this knee here, this top knee. And all we're going to do is, keeping the feet still, we're going to flip the knees back and forth. So now we're getting a little bit more dynamic and starting to really open up the hips, work a little bit more internal rotation here, and just starting to really kind of warm up, getting the hips nice and mobile. And we do these about 10 each way. Good. So that's our work on the floor. Then we would go to standing. Now we're going to get a little bit more dynamic, starting to get a little bit more game ready here. And we're just going to grab a light to medium weight medicine ball. And again, focusing on opening up the hips and really getting the spine warmed up. We're going to take the medicine ball in front, an external rotation lunge, and then we're going to swing the hand around with it, nice and high. Good, so we're getting a little bit more dynamic, really opening up this trail leg hip, focusing on loading into each side, and then getting a nice rotation through the thoracic and nice stretch through the lat and shoulders there. So we do about 10 each side there, and then we'll put this aside and we'll grab a band, it's just a light band, and we're gonna hold that out in front and just get a little bit of tension on the band there. And now we're going to do a forwards and backwards lunge, and we're going to rotate the hands towards the leg that's in front. Good, so we'll start a little bit more control, and then we'll work a little bit more dynamic. So now we're starting to really work on some stability, some separation. We have the scapula involved, pulling that band open, so we get a little bit of scapular stability here. Getting nice and warm, nice and dynamic to end. And then you're ready to go play.